Hello! Alrighty then, let's get some audio adjustments real fast. Using a new headset, so... Let's see how this all works out. Although if I were to guess, the game is too loud. Wait, what? What? Waiting for... Am I not live, actually? I'm not. Why am I not? Oh wait, no, I am live. Wait, what? Why am I not? Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay, cool. Oh wait. Alrighty then, guys. Just to make sure everything is working. Hey, got it, the overlay working and everything. Now, out of curiosity, does the stream see the overlay as well, or no? They do not. Okay, cool. Alright, so, for complete transparency, I have one playthrough that I actually properly played. This is Lynn Shepard. This is my first playthrough of the game. It's actually, I did this a year or two ago now. Now this was actually me. I was going to play it again, and then I realized, no, I can do it on stream. And for some reason, there you go. I can now delete the career, thank you. It wouldn't let me do it before. Now this is, I put it on the easiest difficulty and blasted my way through 3 hours of content in order to get the rest of the bonus powers, which I will explain in just a moment. So, and I skipped all the dialogue, although I think I basically did the same thing. So, gonna make a new career, entirely new save. It won't be built off of a different character or anything.
Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Gonna make a new ID for damn sure. Okay, I haven't decided if I want to play as Male Shepard or Femme Shepard yet, because Femme Shep has such a better voice, and it does fit a wider array of faces. Male Shepard's voice fits this face really well, but the moment you really start changing it, it's wrong. Plus, the male hair is bad, but it does change your romance options. I don't really care for Kaidan Lenko, at least as like a romance option. I don't really care for him in the first game. Liara is, I'm sorry, she doesn't give a shit. And Ashley, I like a lot more than Kaidan. But, and here's the kicker, but I plan to carry this character all the way through the trilogy. I played Mass Effect 2 as a kid. In fact, that was the only one I played as a kid. I've never carried a save over and played it, and I've never even touched Mass Effect 3. I want to carry this character all the way through the trilogy. And I like the female characters much better. And more importantly, they're kind of gender locked, so I think I might play Male Shepard. Especially since on my first playthrough I did play Femme Shep. Femme Shep is my canon Shepard in my heart, but... okay, so first name doesn't actually matter. Everyone calls you Shepard, or Commander, or... They give you a title.
Please log in
Or
to
they refer
access
to you as
your
Shepard.
profile.
There's a reason that's actually I can't change my last name. It's voiced, and it's voiced a lot. Not a single person ever calls you by your first name, including your mother. If you go by a specific history, she will email you at a couple times throughout this franchise, and she will never call you by your
Warning,
first name.
data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile.
All right.
Confirm pre-service history.
And this is what I mean. The pre-service history is your backstory, which doesn't play a massive role. Not really. The next part,
Confirm
the
psychological,
psychological profile, gets brought up quite a lot
pre-service history.
in flavor text. So I can either be a spacer. Both of my parents were in the Alliance military. Alliance being just the human military. The human governments altogether became the Alliance. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. This is the only one where you have alive and relevant parents. Your mother is still in the Alliance. Colonist, you were born and raised on Mindor, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindor, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted in the military a few years later. And then Earthborn. You were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. I will say, I actually don't know how old Shepard is canonically. I don't know how long you've been in the military, but long enough that you are a very respected person in the military with a notable history already. I'm kind of thinking Colonist for the DLC mission that actually is about slavers. I never played that on my first playthrough, and I like the idea of it being more personal to specifically Shepard. He's getting involved not because it's the right thing to do specifically, although yes. Well, to be fair, the DLC mission, I believe it's slavers are throwing a rock at someone, but like the rock is like a meteor or something. I don't know. But regardless, it's a big deal.
Confirm psychological profile.
Now the profile reconstruction, I believe, genuinely speaking, this has a little more of a gameplay ramification, from my understanding. There's a morality system, Paragon versus Renegade. A Soul Survivor is neutral, War Hero, you start with a bit more Paragon points, Good Guy points, and Ruthless, you start with more Renegade points. Not Bad Guy, but more asshole. The best way I've heard it referred to as a pure Paragon Shepard is a hero, while a Renegade Shepard is a warlord. You're still saving the galaxy and doing your job. Like, the end result is not much different, if at all. But the means of which you take to do so. Soul Survivor. During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell the tale. There's War Hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. Unless I'm mistaken, this isn't the Blitz, which is a battle that is brought up more than a couple times, and there's Ruthless. Throughout your military career, you've held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. I kind of want to play a bit more Renegade. I normally gravitate more towards the good guy points, the Paragon kind of approach, but I'm thinking Renegade. I've never done a Renegade playthrough. Ever. Of any of the games. I never finished Mass Effect 2, and I've only finished Mass Effect 1 once. But
Confirm military specialization.
I don't want to just be an asshole and go Renegade every conceivable option. I don't want to do that. I know that's... I think by the end of the games, I'm not going to have full Renegade points that way. But honestly, I don't really think I care. I think I just want to like play with what feels right, but leaning this Shepard more towards kind of like an asshole, doesn't really play by the books, kind of a dick, but not evil by any means. He cares, but rude. Now these classes, these are huge. You don't get to respec your class at any point in the first game. Between the first and the second game, you actually can change your class. I don't know if the same is true between the second and third. I'm gonna assume yes, but I don't know. And while the classes get reworked quite a bit in the second game onward, I think for this, I think I already have a choice, but I'm going to run through the options. There's the Soldier. Soldiers are combat specialists, ideal for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health and can specialize in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and can train in the use of heavy armor. Now, in the original Mass Effect, you had huge penalties to using any weapon that you were not actually trained in. So, the Adept, they can only use pistols. You can see it though. Adepts can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. Now, in the Legendary Edition, that's no longer the case. Instead, every class can use every weapon. The Soldier, however, can actually put points into the talent, which gives them increased damage, accuracy, and depending on the weapon, some other miscellaneous benefits, as well as a skill to go with it. Assault rifles, they can start pumping and dumping, basically, just firing like a motherfucker, and just not have the heat build up as much. There's the shotguns, which fires a giant fireball. The pistols, they get marksman, where they get increased accuracy, and their heat doesn't build up as much. And more importantly, the use of the ability will immediately cool down the weapon. Basically, it's a reload. And the Sniper, you use the ability, and the next shot will be, I think, doubled power or something along those lines. And only the Soldier can train in all of them. That's the main thing. They don't have any special abilities besides guns. They are quintessential Soldier Boy, which is, by the way, the default if you use Quick Shepard. If you do Quick Character, it does make you a Soldier. I'm not playing Soldier, though. I find that more boring. I like the powers of this game, specifically in the first game. This is more of an old BioWare RPG. The Engineer, which is, in the first game, tech support. The Engineer is a tech specialist, using the holographic Omni tool, which is such a sick idea, as you can see. They can decrypt security systems, repair or modify technical equipment, English, fuck, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, and heal their squad. Engineers can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. So the way they work, they can shut off enemy weapons, they can eventually just hack AI units, they get first aid, which starts just the universal press, for me on controller, press triangle to heal the squad. It's on a faster cooldown, and it heals a bit more. And they also get access to medicine, which gives you the neural shock ability, which on organics, so like humans, Asari, Krogan, whatever, you will stun them. Like, they will fall over, you just knock them the fuck out for a minute, and you'll actually start doing some toxic damage. They're pretty good. They get more interesting later in the series, though. Adept. They are Biotic Specialists. Through upgradable implants, they can use biotic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable or destroy enemies. Adepts can only wear light armor and they specialize in pistols. Okay, I might be big stupid, but it says shield the squad. Can I use barrier on an ally? I've never tried, I guess. I've always used it on myself thinking that's what it was for. So, they, like it says, lift, throw, shield. They can pick up enemies, they can push them back, they can summon a little, basically like a black hole that picks up enemies around it and like groups them together. They can use warp, which does damage over time, and also debuffs healing. Their range support, but mostly crowd control with a trickle of damage. And now we're done with the Pures. These are all hybrids. You've got the Infiltrator, which is tech soldier, basically. They combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing or disabling enemies at long ranges. They train to use Omni tools, focusing on description and offensive abilities rather than healing. They can specialize in pistols or sniper rifles and wear medium armor. So they get medium armor, snipers, they get some hacking stuff. I don't think like they drop the first aid and medicine skills entirely. I think that's actually the only things they drop from Engineer. I don't actually know what Engineer loses to gain snipers and medium armor. There's the Vanguard, I'm going to say since then the last. Vanguards are biotic warriors. Sorry, they combine biotics and weapons to take down opponents and are especially deadly at short range. They specialize in pistols and shotguns and wear medium armor. Honestly, right now, Vanguard loses, I believe, like one notable biotic ability. I can only think of one, genuinely. I might be being stupid, but I think they just lose access to Singularity from the Adept. Don't quote me on that part, though. And then you have the Sentinel, which is my favorite in this game, at least conceptually. Sentinels combine biotic and tech abilities. Typically, they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend their allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They are more efficient at tech and biotics than other classes, but at the expense of combat. Sentinels can only wear light armor and receive no specialized weapon training. They are the only class in the game that doesn't even get to train in pistols. They can, like in the base game, they had a gun in their hand, of course, but if you were shooting, it was because all of your things were on cooldown and you just needed to throw bullets at range. They weren't doing much. Now in this game, like I said, since everyone gets access to all the weapons, they're actually much better just in offensive abilities. I really like Sentinel. However, I'm not going to play them, at least in the first game. That was what my main playthrough was. They're like the ultimate variety support class. However, that does actually mean like half of the team is almost redundant when you take Sentinel. One of the characters on your team is just straight up a Sentinel. But more importantly, they don't really lose much from the Adept or from the Engineer. They're kind of just both. They lose a bit, but they mostly lose the passives in the Engineer and Adept, and they keep most of the active abilities. So they get like neural shock. I don't think they don't get hacking, so they can't like take over AI. But for the most part, they're just kind of both. I'm thinking I'm gonna take Vanguard, but I'm not. Actually, the more I think about it, I might take Engineer in this first game. No, I liked Hallie too much. I liked Holly too much. Just genuinely too much. I don't really care too much about Liara's personality. I might take Adept and run crowd control. The only issue is a lot of the times if they're having shields, they don't... Wait, I'm thinking of a later game. So, there's a party member that's basically a soldier, an engineer. We have an adept. We have an infiltrator. So, okay, actually, no. We have a party member that's all of them, basically. Got Rex, Caden, Garrus, Liara, Tali, and Ashley. So, genuinely, who's the one I like the least? I like Caden the least, but I'm not going to be a Sentinel. But I probably also like Caden least because I just never took him. Because Sentinel. I like Ashley the least as a person, although I like her arc a lot. So I could always go with someone who's not a hybrid. So I can go Engineer or Adept. If I go Engineer, I'm basically never going to take Tali with me anywhere because I am just better Tali. If I take Adept, I'm never going to take Liara, but I took Liara all the time last save, so I think I might take Adept. Damn, I made a decision last night and then fell asleep. No, I'm taking Vanguard. Yep. Remember why and I remember the reason why. So, I'm probably going to take Tali with me most of the time to use electronics and description. They're used to get into, like, safes and terminals. Now here's the bonus talents. So the way they work is if you use a skill enough, then you actually can use them on a new save. I am not entirely sure. I don't remember how I got the weapons, because there's not a trophy associated with them. So either I just, on my first save, used all the weapons enough, like, I think it might be 25 kills apiece, and I got almost all of the talents. What these does is it doesn't just give me the ability Singularity, it gives me the whole tree. Which does mean if I take sniper rifles, I don't just gain access to the sniper's ability, I gain access to all the buffs to accuracy and damage and cooldown or whatever they have. If I take medicine, it's more than just healing, it also gives me access to neural shock. I take hacking, it's better passives for every tech ability, but it also lets me start it lets me AI hacking and take over, like, synthetics. So electronics, I believe, is overload. Description gets sabotage. First aid is actually the first aid skill, and it's tree, which is healing, which I actually don't ever really need to take as Shepherd. I can explain that later. Medicine is useful for neural shock, assault rifles and sniper rifles. Honestly, I'm not going to take, because I don't really like the assault rifles in this game, and the snipers I'm probably going to use still, but I don't really need to upgrade the sniper rifles. Even in the first game, actually, if you didn't have the sniper rifle talent, they kind of beat out the damage curve, so they're still useful. So let me do a quick Google, because Vanguards, I know Vanguards don't have Singularity in this game. However, I don't know if they get Stasis. The only options that I shouldn't be able to take are ones I start with having unlocked. However, if I do unlock Stasis, which I believe I will unlock Stasis by leveling up Warp enough, and if I take Stasis now, that would mean I get access to Stasis immediately. That's all that means. So let me just look up the Vanguard talents. I don't want a guide. I just want to look at the talents. So they get access to pistols, shotguns, assault training, tactical armor, throw, lift, warp, barrier, Vanguard. Okay, so no, they don't get access to stasis. So I think I'm actually going to take stasis.
Confirm
Stasis is
facial
really good,
identification.
I'm definitely not going to use the default appearance. I might actually take the default appearance now that I think about it. Because I forgot that they don't have default male shepherd as a preset, which is unfortunate. I want it to be. What I would love is to use the default shepherd and then change his hair. But since
Confirm
I can't do
facial
that,
identification.
I think I'm just going to use this, which does fit the renegade look too. So
Profile reconstruction
Okay.
complete.
quite a ways into this stream, all things considered, and I finished making my character. How long has this been? Oh, cool, half an hour in. Alrighty then. Yeah. I think I'm good on that.
Identification confirmed.
So, I'm doing this on Insanity. Highest difficulty. So, all enemies have scaled up relative to player level. Bosses and sub-bosses will scale radically, so they're stronger. All enemies have protection. So like all enemies will have shields, basically. So it says all enemies. That actually doesn't hold true to some just natural enemies, like the equivalent of a dog. A dog's not going to have a shield. A dog is just to be a dog. I can shoot it. However, I'm not going to go against, say, a human mercenary that doesn't have a shield. The way armor works in this universe is it's shields, basically. That'd be the equivalent of I'm going to go to war with guns wearing my underwear. Absolutely not auto-leveling up. That is, nope. I could set it to where my teammates level up automatically. I also level up automatically. I don't like that. Definitely not. I want control of that. Subtitles on. And I'd like it to where my teammates will never use their abilities unless I tell them to. I don't want the abilities to be on cooldown when I need them to be. They'll still shoot just fine, they'll listen to my orders, but they won't just go for it. Now the leveling scaling. So as it says in the original, you can go from level 1 to level 60. That was the level range. However, now in Legendary is 1 to 30 to fit in more with Mass Effect 2 and 3. You will level up a little slower, but you'll gain more points. Legendary mode and Classic mode, you're actually not growing at a different rate. It's just a numbers game. However, the game actually still tracks it in Legendary mode. And more importantly, that's the only one I know to actually transfer levels. Because if you do a max playthrough where you get every ounce of experience you can, you will be about level 57 when the game is over. You will not hit a level 60 character unless you New Game Plus. However, when you transfer to Mass Effect 2, your actual level will determine your starting stuff in Mass Effect 2. However, in Legendary Edition, it will read a level 57, 58, 59, and 60 character as the same. It will read them all like they are level 60. So I'm gonna go with the Classic mode. So I'll get points more often, however I won't get I think I'll start with for the first couple levels I'll get 3 points. Then I'll get 2 for the rest of the game. I'm not entirely positive. However, I don't actually know if I can change the level scaling whenever I want. I can theoretically turn the combat down, I'm gonna. And the squad power usage, I can change most of this just literally within the options menu in-game. But I don't think I can change the level scaling. But I'm going to go with Classic.
Well, what about Shepard? He grew up in the colonies.
He knows how tough life can be out there. His parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
He got most of his unit killed on Torfin.
He gets the job done, no matter what the cost.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discover the remnants of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the farthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. I did not read enough. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. The civilizations of the galaxy call it Mass Effect. Yes, the series is actually literally named after it.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range.
Science phenomenon.
Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass
I
and
actually
destination.
really love this opening. Kind of shaky camera and like.
The relay is
the
hot.
of it.
Acquiring approach vector.
They're leaning heavily into him walking.
All
like,
stations secure for transit.
The game doesn't really show that later on. Like the ships after this actually are incredibly stable during just normal travel, but like it's cool, and it gives them
Board
like
is
kind
green.
of swagger.
Approach run has begun.
But with context of later, it just makes Shepard look like he's walking up drunk to the helm.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
And this is how space travel works. It's such a cool
Thrusters,
idea.
check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Alright, they've actually got this really cool wheel system, which games have copied for years. But this is actually the game that like pioneered the visual of it all. Unfortunately, the game kind of falls flat in the sense of Paragon is almost always the on top option and Renegade is almost always the bottom. So if I want to just lean heavier into Renegade, cut the chatter, shut the fuck up. But like I said, I'm not going to just blindly do every Renegade option. That's dumb. They're doing their job, you're over.
You always expect the worst.
Well, bad feelings are an occupational hazard. We don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason, so what are we doing here?
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
You made him mad.
Great. You pissed the captain off, and now I'm going to pay for it.
Don't blame me. The Captain's always in a bad mood.
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
So, interesting here. Such a cool looking depository. There's the journal, which is just basically my quest log. There's the codex, which is such a cool thing. I'm not really going to explore it much.
The Systems Alliance is an
and that's just because it's a lot. And I had actually looked over most of it myself, and the relevant information is shown. Oh, my roommate's home. Let me go and close my door. Alrighty then, I'm back. Sorry, I had to deal with the roommate's appearance. But alright, so I'm actually going to immediately dump my 3 points. Yeah, I'm going to dump 3 points directly into Intimidate. So you have Charm and Intimidate, which are your social stats, which actually just kind of translate mostly to Paragon and Renegade. And they will both actually increase your money gain. Intimidate, you will sell better, and Charm, you'll get discounts. So after a story event, you can start leveling up Intimidate and Charm a bit more, and then just as your Paragon and Renegade points go up, your limit goes up for these as well. Max Intimidate, I want Intimidate max almost at all times for the dialogue of it all. Now, as you can see, I've got some grayed out skills. Shotguns. I have to get to this point in the pistol skill to unlock shotguns. I can still use them just fine, but I won't get like the damage and accuracy buff until I get that point. Same with assault training, which is your melee and weapon damage. I get adrenaline burst, which is huge. It's a manual, I want all my abilities back button. It goes on a long cooldown as well, but it's huge. And that's what actually gives me access to tactical armor, which lets me go, oh shit, I want my shields back. Gives me access to medium armor, stuff like that. Like, right now, I do have the ability to use throw. I force enemies back. I just yeet them back. They'll take fall damage if I yeet them off cliffs or whatever. They take damage. Whatever. I put 7 points into it. I can get lift, which just lets me pick them up. They will be picked up and stunned and just kind of like floating in the air. They will take more damage while they're airborne. However, I have to get, I believe it's advanced lift. No, wait, no. Lift actually will, lift doesn't get more powerful as much as it's, yeah. You could start using it more often. Alrighty then. However, interesting thing about lift is if someone is caught in the air lifting, they won't heal. So specifically Krogan enemies. Stasis, I freeze them in place. They cannot move or attack, but they're also immune to direct damage. So I can't just shoot them. That is direct damage though. Warp, the damage over time, actually still works. Barrier, I throw up a second shield. It's pretty great. Vanguard, that is just my class. I can just level up my biotic protection and pistol and shotgun damage. After a story event, my class technically will change. If I take it. My cat is yelling.
I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
This is your job.
Info's on a need-to-know basis, Presley. Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
That is actually another thing about Mail Shepherd.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc.
Renegade options do sound more dickish.
About this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Part of the job, Doc.
Marines are meant to fight. You just fix us up when we're done.
I know how things work, Commander. I've seen my share of combat, but it's foolish to go looking for trouble. We could both take a lesson from the captain. He's not afraid of combat, but he knows the value of restraint, too.
Sorry, Doc, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Let's ask about Nihilus.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
Oh, I will say, I do want to do at least most of the game. I want to, I'll do most of the dialogue, because it actually gives codex entries, which does give experience. Let's ask about Spectres.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Which is incredibly dangerous.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Like I said, there are no humans.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. What you did on Torfin, that's what they're looking for. Success at any cost, ruthless efficiency, show no mercy.
I'm not a monster, I can do that.
I didn't enjoy Torfin. I just did what I had to do.
No, I didn't mean... Sorry, Commander. That just came out wrong. I never meant any disrespect.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
And by the way, that is what I meant when I said that I didn't want to just go blind renegade. I like the idea of this Shepard will do what he has to do, and he fucking hates it.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand it. The Spectres police themselves.
The Corporal's confusing romantic
the text
legends
went
with
from
reality,
that's
Commander.
dangerous to Spectres are dangerous. I thought there would be a different interaction. Now, Eden Prime, that's where we're going.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Fair enough. Where are we going?
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
It's just another mission.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on Torfin. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
Don't play the hero.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. See, as you saw, I gained 2 renegade points. That is actually what I mean when I say that that I won't technically be as renegade as the game will expect. Since I'm not going to go full sail into every renegade option, I'll gain less renegade points. Which does mean by the end of the game, I won't have as much intimidation possible, I think.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
He gives such villain energy, and I love it. I wonder what's gonna happen with Nihilus. Sounds like a Sith, which I believe actually is. Yes, duh, it is, of course. Nihilus is named after Darth Nihilus from another BioWare RPG, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic games. It's quite beautiful.
I'm a Marine, not some tourist on vacation.
It's more than just a tourist destination, isn't it, Shepard? Eden Prime is a symbol of your people. A perfect little world on the edges of your territory. Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
What's your point?
If you've got something to say, just say it.
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Well, it's obvious.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
I don't like being kept in the dark, Captain.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation.
Oh, hello, new viewer.
It was Prothean.
Oh, Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Well, you sound worried, Nihilus. I'm not gonna ask that. I'm not gonna. Why did we tell the Council in front of their agent? That's just dumb. Actually, no.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Since when do we answer to the Spectres?
You're smart enough to know how things work, Commander. The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
I was impressed when I studied the reports from Torfan. A grim business, but you got the job done. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
You put my name forward.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Hey, Noodle. My cat says hi. Wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
I don't like putting my life in the hands of a Turian, sir.
Nihilus is on our side. He wants you in the Spectres, and he wants that beacon.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
immediately I'm leveling up Kaidan. Now, he is, as you can see, a Sentinel. He has got both biotics and tech. Specifically, he starts with sabotage. What I'm gonna give him... so it's you can use decryption on easy objects, does 50 damage in a 6-meter radius, and will overheat enemy weapons and then burn them for 2 damage per second. That's pretty good. But I'm gonna take first aid, and then I'm actually going to increase decryption again. No, I'm gonna increase throw, which, yes, I also have throw, but I need that. He's a soldier for reasons I will not explain. I don't actually need to bother with him.
The perimeter secure, Commander.
Alright. So, you get your weapon wheel. Now I can manually choose. Game, come on. Okay.
This
now
place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
What the hell are those?
Gas tanks. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Now, you can manually change my weapons as well as theirs. Like right now, he's using a pistol. Don't do that. Assault rifle, we can do my shotgun, which has a lot of spread. However, as you can see in the bottom right, there's not ammo, instead there's cooldowns. And the lore of it's actually really cool. I can explain how it works after this. That was the wrong button. Alrighty then. So, what I was saying, the reason actually why it's on cooldowns is because instead of ammo, is because it just kind of generates the ammo. It shapes bullets as it needs it. The worry is actually your weapons.
Right through shields. You had a chance.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir.
Alright. And as a neat thing you can actually see, his eyes are closed. And the game won't let me aim my gun at him. Yep, Metagel to heal injured squadrons. Okay. So I'm gonna sabotage you. I'm gonna warp.
I've got some burned out building.
Ah yes, we level up. Which is good, because I'm going to put 3 into pistol. To immediately increase marksman, increase pistol damage and accuracy. It will also purge weapon heat. Normally I like working towards lift, I would think, but I need proper damage, and more importantly, I really need to start getting access to shotguns. Now, Kaidan also got 2 points. I want him to get access to barrier, and I can make the barrier better. And also last longer.
A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out.
Button prompt.
I'll try to catch up with you at the base.
I like using the gas bags, I'm not gonna lie. Gunfire is pretty loud. I might need to adjust audio a bit, but not entirely positive on that one. Let me actually go to my audio, see if I can turn down effects just a little. There you go. Still quite loud, but not on par. Now, oh. Here's the real problems. And he took physics damage.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
I need a status report, now.
Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
What happened to your
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
No, I'm not gonna pull that you abandoned them. You think you're the only one left.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Join us.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Have you
seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
The scientists?
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Honestly, at this point, guess.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Let's go. Alright, and now I have Ashley Williams. And this is actually why I didn't go soldier. They don't actually have a lot of talents. It just means that they get powerful fast, because they get enough time to dump into it. Now, here's the interesting thing about squad members. Their weapons don't actually overheat. So overkill is only good for damage. It doesn't bother with the 80% less heat. However, I want to get assault training so I can get to adrenaline burst. Which, yes, for now she doesn't have any cooldowns, I know. But that way it gives her that power. But since I don't have assault rifle training, I think I'm gonna give her overkill, get to adrenaline burst, and then I'm just gonna boost her soldier, to where she starts healing at very low, but she starts healing over time and just gets more health. Which unfortunately does not increase her shields, just the red health. Yep. And that's now telling you can level up squad members.
Beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Great. Phasic rounds and radioactive rounds. Okay. And I also got Scorpion. So, equipment. So, I don't have any new rifles, however, I got new armor, Scorpion 1, which is just better damage protection, way better shields. It also gives me better tech and biotic protection. Let's go. And the brand for armor doesn't really matter much besides looks. Didn't get any armor mods. Now, shotgun. I could do phasic rounds, which actually will start bypassing shields, but will do less damage overall. I'm not going to use that. However, radioactive rounds. Actually, I think I'm gonna put the radioactive rounds on my pistol. Yeah, you know what? I'll take phasic rounds on my shotgun. At least for now. I gotta follow this, even though it's kinda dumb. Well. Okay. Oh, shit. Cover is kind of finicky sometimes. This probably is not gonna work, but I just fucking missed. Let's go. I can press B to do this little which actually is on close range. Actually will be used quite a bit. I leveled up. Now I'm gonna keep my pistols maxed at least until I get on shotguns. At that point, I think I'm probably gonna just stop leveling them up for a bit. Well, I like adrenaline burst. I'm gonna start leveling up warp. I need barrier ASAP. Caden, do me a favor and start working on your healing. Now you got shield burst and a marks and overkill. Marksman is the pistol one. Which, speaking of, I got the Hurricane and the Avenger. Let's go. Much better shotgun. Does way more damage. Does have less heat sink though, and technically actually is worse. But let's see how that one works out.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Let's go.
We make for the camp.
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard.
Oh.
There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Alrighty then. The Hurricane. Yeah, the spread is kind of worse. I see it. My pistol. Semi-auto, but it fires quite well.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
And here is why shotguns are good.
Keep your guard up. Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
couldn't melee. Shit. Throw, and you overkill. Yeah, husks kind of play by weird rules. Is there another husk? Like, geometry stuff? Where's the other guy? What the fuck are they fighting? That's a problem. Might be stuck under the ground. What the... Game? Oh, that's a problem. Let me just load my... Oh, I think I'm gonna load my last autosave. Just cause that's a problem. Alrighty then. Oh, what are you hauling, Kaidan?
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
Yep.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
And I can't skip cutscenes in this game, unfortunately.
Oh god, they're still alive.
Now, one thing I do know, actually, Lift will kill husks in one shot. Oh, whoa, this got reversed. We just... Yeedly deet. There we go. Alrighty then, here's a console version of this menu. So, some locked objects require decryption or electronics to access. If any squad member has them, like it's open just fine. Now I gotta play a game of Shitty Simon. Hello.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
How did you end up in this shed?
We hid here during the attack. They must have come here for the beacon. Luckily it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! What did you do?
I didn't know this would happen.
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time until he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp. We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
Alrighty. Can I loot your shit? Nope. Just knocked the fuck out. Close his mouth. Oh, ooh, Scimitar, Banshee, and Gladiator. Ooh, and Omnigel. Nice. And a grenade! Yes! Okay, so... I actually don't need a better assault rifle right now. You take that. However, I definitely want this Scimitar. Accuracy is worse, but... Take that off. That was bad. That was bad. Gladiator, worse shields, no protection, but why would I ever... No. Oh well, that's why it's better than the Onyx one, after all. Kind of.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
There it goes. No, wait, no. Here we go. No! You are not what I wanted. What the fuck? So if you tap it, it's supposed to, let's fuck them up. Wait a minute.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
Nobody moves a muscle until we know who you are.
Nice going, Cole. I told you we should have stayed hidden.
It's okay. We're all on the same side here. We're just farmers. We've been hiding ever since that ship first showed up.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
Huh.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
If there's something you're not telling me...
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You greedy bastard. You weren't running for your life. You were running to check on your merchandise.
No, it's not like that. I just knew there were some packages here, something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
You're holding out on me. In this case, no, I need all
I'm
your
only going to
shit.
ask this once. Think long and hard before you lie to me again. Are you sure all you've got is one lousy pistol?
No, wait. I just remembered. I just had it in my pocket. You might as well take that too. That's everything, really.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
Is he worth dying for? Right now, yeah.
Would you rather be a snitch or a corpse?
Powell. His name's Powell.
No honor among thieves.
That's all I know, really. So let's try to keep things friendly from here on in, okay?
Cool.
I have to go.
Good luck.
So, I got the stuff. A Stinger 2 and a combat sensor. Really? Combat sensor? I know the pistol, though, is fucking fire. I know that. Let me put the combat sensor on the shotgun. So the way it works is, Geth and other such enemies can sometimes actually block your radar on the bottom right. Combat sensors actually let you bypass that. It's like out for age, right?
Commander, it's Nihilus.
I know it's Nihilus, but give me a second. I'm curious if I can actually... Armor piercing and chemical rounds. Could, nope. Now this is what I want. Armor piercing on my shotgun. Got more chemical rounds, which does toxic damage, which is better on organics in general, but also does damage over time.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were two Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks. For the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Animal.
Just give me the grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
Too many people died here for you to start jerking me around.
Okay, all right. There was something else. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
High explosive 2. top of the line. That's, I'm pretty sure, standard, pretty standard. It literally just makes grenades better. You take the Banshee, it's gonna be better. Oh shit! Huh. Okay, that one's weird. Let's go. God damn it. Oh boy. Bonk. I love just Hey, heatsink. Oh baby, that's fucking right on my sniper. Heat absorption. I'll take chemical rounds on that. Okay. Now I have barrier. Now that I have barrier, I think I want to just start increasing my damage. But I need to get access to shotguns, man. I can get her access to fitness, which will be huge. Immunity is beefy, by the way. It only works whenever her shields break, but whenever the shields are gone, that's when you're the most vulnerable. Typically your actual health is much lower than your shields. So, immunity basically, eventually I can get to where she takes 90% damage. But, I'm gonna start up pistols and shotguns, which I've got handled. I'll start upping her damage with you. Now you. Next upgrade, I can get Neural Shock, which is good, because right now, since I'm only dealing with synthetics on this mission, literally isn't useful. Neural Shock is not, it wouldn't be useful. It doesn't do anything. Unless there's a,
Set the charges, destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Leave no evidence. Let's put a metric fuck ton of spires, though. Wait, actually, I need to look at the next, Geth Corpse when I have time. Do they have 3 fingers? It would make total sense for them too, because the Quarians do, and they were designed
Demolition
to look
charges.
similar to
The
Quarians.
Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Hello. There's a sniper too. Nope, I want to take my shot here. I'm just gonna let go be dead as shit, it's fine. There you go. Hello and welcome, viewer. Oh! The fuck were you shooting at? Literally ass backwards. Now, I've never actually looked over here. Is there loot? Heal him. No. That does make sense. But, oh well. There's this critter here. Edge Striker. Okay, Edge Striker. Just... Fuck you, shit. Fuck you, shit. The Hurricane 2. Am I using the Hurricane 2 or Hurricane 1 right now? I'm using the Scimitar. Forgot. Extra accuracy could be nice, but... Okay. Is there anything up here? Nope. Wall safe. Let's go. With anti-personnel and armor piercing. Let's go. Striker 2 and Edge 2. And also Shmoney. Cutscene.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Not great.
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
Hungover.
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now? What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
Not a local hospital?
I don't suppose it occurred to you that Eden Prime has medical facilities?
Listen, you're better off in this infirmary than in any hospital on Eden Prime. Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
More like a nightmare from all that bullshittery.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
Yeah, no, to be fair, that's not... Intel couldn't have... Intel didn't do shit. You saw everything Intel had.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
And why the fuck is Williams here? She was on Eden Prime.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Good.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
Tell them.
The Council can kiss my ass. I won't let them blame me for losing the beacon. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
It was some sort of war with synthetics.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
If I can fucking help it.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador, and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alrighty then. Sorry if I sounded kind of distracted. My phone was blowing up. Alright. I'm gonna talk to Ashley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
That's just not true.
When your number comes up, it's over. His did.
That's grim, Commander. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. Not after Torfin. That must have been hell.
I did what I had to do. You'd better be willing to do the same.
I won't let the Alliance down, sir.
But how are you holding up?
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
Good to have you.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
I gained Paragon, but whatever. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I've always got to remember how the ship layout works in this first game. I got too used to it in Mass Effect 2.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Go talk to Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
I'm not gonna sit on my ass just because the Council doesn't want to do anything. If they won't stop Saren, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Yeah, that's fair. Going to map. And this is where the whole BioWare RPG starts to shine. But even better. Even better than a lot of the old ones. I didn't read that. I'm mad. It was an Alliance report too. Even better than a lot of them. You get the joy.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
Get the joy of aliens.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Oh.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I love these guys.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
It would not.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Salarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Why the fuck don't you hold a seat on the council? That's kind of dumb. Like, genuinely speaking.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Fair enough.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus, when I'm not being interrupted.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Well, I should go.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
There's a keeper there for later. Is the door just locked? Yep.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Let's go talk to Avina.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Salarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
That sounds a little too...
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
That's fair enough.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why
were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Salarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Just an embassy, though?
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Do you know anything about Spectres?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Well, C-Sec.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of C-Sec, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the C-Sec headquarters just across the lobby.
Oh, dude, wait a minute.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Imagine like a
thank you for using
like a
Avina.
Telltale
Please enjoy your
style
visit to
game
the Citadel.
set in the Citadel as a C-Sec officer. That could be interesting. Hold on, I'm dealing with someone spamming my phone. Gotta get them to stop. I'd like to have my phone not explode. Just use this. But I think... No, let's go ahead and get the plot out of the way. Oof, tone shift.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian. I was the officer in charge of the C-Sec investigation into Saren.
What'd you find?
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Sorry, they won't leave me alone. Might just need to just mute them or whatever I gotta do. But this place is beautiful.
Form up.
I often forget I can do that, by the way. Send to attack, like send forward.
On me.
Come to me. And like send my peoples. Wherever I land. It's neat, and I really need to do it more.
Don't be ridiculous.
Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right. Though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
I've never processed seeing Solarians in these clothes. Wow, I'm kinda dumb. Okay, just wanted to see if I needed to open this up as a space. Anderson!
The hearing's already started, come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
But it is
I
resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
They can't set that kind of
Do you have
precedent
anything
here.
else to add, Commander Shepard?
I should be able to argue that. Hold on, that's a precedent they can't sit. By that own logic, you can't. The Asari, they get visions like this all the time. With their communications with other races, you can't set that kind of precedence. That's not okay.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that C-Sec investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Let's go.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in C-Sec who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
Yeah, no, he's not done anything wrong.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Is there any other leads?
Maybe there's another
Sorry,
way to find
I was
evidence
genuinely
against
just
Sarah.
trying to think of...
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district.
Or something.
Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
I mean...
Sometimes 1,000 people must die so 1,000,000 can live.
But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
That's valid. What is
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests, too.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, We just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Alright. So... off to CSEC. Oh.
That guy's up to something. What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the Keepers.
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
That's fair.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Alrighty then. So there are 21 Keepers floating around, however I only have to scan 20 of them. That's something that I could just go and do, and I probably should for XP, because I need to be pretty leveled, you know? But I'm not actually sure where most of them are. There might be another one in this building, in this area. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is. There's like one more downstairs on, I believe, that side? Okay, so that's the one I just scanned that Chorbin was fucking with. Oh, hey! Hold on, wait a minute. NPC.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the council... Commander?
Oh. Hey! There's a Keeper here. That's not the one I was talking about. So it gives me...
No, I just want to ask a couple of...
12 XP and 30 for per Keeper. That's not much. Not much at all. But... not only does it add up, it is a whole side quest. Which, if I remember, it doesn't just end with me scanning everything. Yeah, it's a Keeper, thought it was. There was like 4 Keepers in this room. Now, I'm gonna go to CSEC. I think that's what I'm supposed to do, right? Go to CSEC, talk to Shadow Broker named Barla Vaughn. Information about Saren. So I can go to bank, talk to Garrus. I'm gonna go talk to Garrus. Before going to the bank, just because Shadow Broker doesn't make me think of good things.
The council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, I was genuinely not able to use the controller.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Of course, Savina. That's a mass relay. But why is it... What's the orientation here? Like, are those... going up or down? Well, I say that it's in space, so like... Never mind. So beautiful. It lets me try! Oh, I love that. Hey, Avina.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council Chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
That's all for now.
Alrighty.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Gonna be on the hunt for Keepers on this side, because I don't actually remember coming over here much. I think that's the bank. And if that's the bank, then I'll just say, screw it, go ahead. Be there, you know. Okay. To the wards, to CSEC. Where is this? Oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and talk to you.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. You were at Torfan, correct? You led the final assault against the enemy base, if memory serves.
Why are you spying?
I don't like strangers keeping tabs on me.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's
Why?
the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business, until Saren turned on him.
What a shock.
Saren betrayed him. Imagine that.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
How do I find him?
I heard he was paying Citadel Security a visit. If you hurry, you can probably catch him before he leaves the C-Sec Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Thanks for the info.
Hey, get a level out of it. Let's go. Okay. And I can get 1 Intimidate. I can now start leveling up shotguns. That's going to be huge. I want to make that effort. I think I might want to grab Stasis just so I have that. Yeah, definitely. Get Advanced Warp soon. Huge one is it lowers their damage protection, so I just do more damage to them. Just first aid does more health. And gives me neural shock, baby. God damn it, I keep forgetting. This is where C-Sec. Hey, shopkeeper.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
That makes sense.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
I'd like to see these rare and wonderful items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Okay, so you've got standard items, non-human armors, and upgrades. Let's see your standard items. Okay, so fuck when they say for a price, they mean it. Damn. However, license. Want that firestorm. Okay. Keeper! That's just C-Sec embassies.
It's rearranged 5 times now.
5 times? Why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like Keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
Yet, everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If you try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
Oh, hey, this is the consort.
Welcome. I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress.
Well, this series is nicknamed Ass Effect for a reason.
Taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you. You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Ow. My headset just decided to beep at me. It's low on battery, and I guess that's actually a good time to end it, honestly. It's been 2 hours in game, and we spent 30 to 40 minutes almost making our character. Yeah, it's 2.5 hours. Well, now that I've saved it, I'm gonna say that now was a good time for our awkward dismount. Goodbye.